Alright, I've had this on for a few minutes while I was stripping wire, cutting stuff, etc. As you can see where the little black stuff is. Just kind of put solder on that. Use that to help tin the tip. Scrape some of the icky guck stuff off. Looks like some of it's being a little stubborn. Got a little pile of X solder over here. I basically use it as tinning since I lost a little thing of tin. It works pretty good to scrape the gooky black stuff off of the tip. And somewhere around here, screw it, I'll use these. These little suckers get hot. It's basically apply heat. Just melt a little bit of solder on. Ta-da! That's all it takes. Apply heat. Give it just a second. Melt a little solder on. Ta-da! Alright, that's that female. There's actually enough solder left on the tip. I can tin that one without touching solder to it. Ta-da! Little heat. We're good to go. 12 gauge wire on this stuff takes a little bit more heat. So it just takes a little patience. Of course, the stuff closer to the heat source will suck up the solder faster, but as it sucks it up, it's easier to transfer heat to the rest of the strands in the wire. Come on. And there it goes. I use the solder. There is an extra drop there on the bottom. I use the solder just to bleed the extra off. Just puddle it right on the little base. Apply heat to this thing for a little while. Shouldn't take much more. And boom, we've tinned the tip of the wire. Now, seeing as how I'm doing this live, this is the part you don't want to forget. Put your shrink wrap on before you solder the plug on. It makes it a lot easier. Now, this is the part where it gets a little trickier. A little helping hand. A little, which one of these things was the positive again? Try and arrange this so you can actually see what the heck is going on. I've got the tinned wire, and you touch it to the tinned connector on the plug. This thing's been sitting for a while I've been jacking around with this. So it's nice and toasty. You can almost see what's going on. You basically heat the wire, because that's the big section. Hold it to the plug, take the heat away, give it a second. Should be a halfway decent joint. Yeah, it's alright. hard to do this around the camera anyway. Now, got one more of these to do. This may actually be a little easier to see with it being horizontal. Basically, there's just that little bit of air gap. Put heat on top of that. See how that all melts? Fills that little air gap. Take the heat away. Give it a second to cool. And that's it. Put both pieces of shrink wrap up. Sometimes I'll use the heat from the iron. Other times, just a real quick pass over the lighter. And it's done.